you very much for the opportunity to be here today to present some of the work that we're doing at Nazarbayev University in Astana. I think for the international guests, just to give you a little bit of background about Nazarbayev University, is a unique project of Kazakhstan, which was initiated by the President Nazarbayev, the head of state, back in 2010, with the intent to establish the international university, which actually will drive the reform of higher education in Kazakhstan, and also establish Astana as really the central hub of science of innovation for Kazakhstan as well as for the Central Asia and beyond. So these are the goals of Nazarbayev University. There are 5. As I said, to drive educational reform, to lead the academic excellence and research excellence, to create a new model of healthcare services in Kazakhstan, and also to drive innovation and translating research into practice. Nazarbayev University School of Medicine actually contribute to all the 5 goals of Nazarbayev University, but obviously number 4, the creation of a new model of healthcare services, is very, very important for us. So 2 or 3 years ago, we've actually created an entity which is called Nazarbayev University Medicine, which actually consists of 3 institutions: the Nazarbayev University School of Medicine, the University Medical Center, which was established a few years ago as an evolution from another entity, which was the National Medical Holding, and then our research institute, one of the research institutes of Nazarbayev University, which is the National Laboratory Astana. And what we do with a new medicine, we really try to integrate the education and training, patient care and research, with the ultimate aim to really improve, obviously, the health and wealth of the people of Kazakhstan. So these are the goals of a new medicine. Obviously, the ultimate aim, as I said, is to improve the health outcomes for the population of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Is to develop a comprehensive academic medical center, like many academic medical centers all over the world, in Europe, in US, or in Australia or New Zealand. And usually these comprehensive academic medical centers, which should really provide a full range of clinical services, from everyday needs, high volume, low complexity cases, to the most specialized procedures and treatment, which are often highly expensive and perhaps with a low volume. And the aim is really to advance and modernize medicine through education and training of health professionals. And in many other academic medical centers in the world, really, this entity really should drive the economic, should provide the economic engine for growth locally, nationally, and regionally, and to engage in innovative biomedical research that translate to the highest quality of care. So an academic medical center is different from a teaching hospital, a hospital where we obviously teach. We teach and we have student and resident. In an academic medical center, the drive is the research, the education and training, which actually drive innovation in patient care, and then therefore to ultimately to improve the health outcomes, the health statistics, the life expectancy, mortality, morbidity, complication, and so on. In fact, this map shows you the life expectancy at birth in the world, and so I'm sure you can recognize your own country. So if you're lucky that you were born in a green country, like Japan, like Australia, like North America, but particularly Canada, because Canada is certainly better than the United States, as you can see. You're very lucky because you're going to live longer than if you were born in a red country, I'm afraid, which is, or a blue country, which is very bad. But obviously we are in an orange countries, you know, Kazakhstan, like Russia. Life expectancy is not as good as in some of the Western countries, but it's not too bad, and is improving. It's improving certainly from the time of independence. We're now at the level of about late 60s, 68. There is a big difference, a big gap between men and women in Kazakhstan. But obviously there is a lot to do. There is a lot to do. So what we do in Nazarbayev University, as I said, we try to make a difference, or certainly this is our ultimate aim. You know, we want to make an impact on the quality of life, on the life expectancy of our population. And this is why we're trying to integrate in this entity the high quality education with the development of a number of educational programs in collaboration with strategic partners. You heard from the minister yesterday. In fact, all the 6 medical universities now, they also have a strategic partner like us. And that is certainly is a drive for improvement and enhancement of the quality of education. Our program, and I'll tell you in a moment, we have a number of different programs, medical, nursing program, and they've been developed in collaboration with the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine and the University of Pittsburgh School of Nursing and University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. So we have 3 partners. Clinical practice, obviously, our hospitals, and I'll tell you about in a moment what they are. They try to obviously improve the quality of care that they provide to the population of not just Astana, but also beyond, because these are tertiary referral center. And they obviously, our clinical faculty work closely with the clinicians in the hospital, and we're trying to translate our discovery into improvement in diagnostics and therapy. Research is obviously a top priority for us, for an academic medical center. Unfortunately, we don't have the structure of some of the medical universities in Kazakhstan because we are the only autonomous university. And also we are a comprehensive, multi-faculty colleges. So we have schools, we obviously School of Medicine, but we also have a School of Science and Technology, a School of Social Sciences, Social Policy, Business School, Engineering, School of Mining, School of Education. And there are the real advantages of having a sort of this multiple disciplinarity in our university. And we are obviously, biomedical research is a top priority that we develop within the center, and all 3 components, the school, the research center, and the hospital, they work together really to develop these priority research priorities. Just some statistics why we need to have an academic medical center, and again, the minister said very clearly yesterday, this is a priority for many of the medical universities. Academic medical center, there is evidence that they actually benefit population and productivity. If we improve life expectancy of the population, this not only enhances the country quality of life and capacity of earning and prestige, but also stimulate the economic development. And there is a direct interconnectivity, direct relationship between healthy population and economic growth. And there are also some statistical data in the literature showing that if you increase by 1% life expectancy, that results in a 6% increase in the GDP, 5% increase in the GDP per capita. So really, is a win-win situation, you know, and obviously there is a real priority within Kazakhstan, and certainly the Minister of Health is really is providing a really strong leadership to develop a fully integrated academic medical center in a number of different academic medical centers associated as part of the medical university. So the vision for our school, I mean, I'm the founding dean of the Nazarbayev University School of Medicine. I arrived in Astana 4 years ago, and there was no school, so we created the medical school, and obviously with a number of other individuals that they really helped me to develop the curriculum, to develop the infrastructure and everything else. And we have a very ambitious program, because also we have a lot of support from the government, from the head of state, and a huge amount of funding, which are actually allocated to this project. So we need to deliver, and our vision is to deliver a world-class center of excellence in healthcare education, in biomedical research, in patient care, which ultimately should improve the health and well-being of the population of people of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Central Asia, and beyond. And our mission is to educate and train the highest quality of health professionals and leaders in patient care, in cutting-edge research and health improvement, to advance the understanding of medical and health sciences with local, regional, and global impact, and to improve the health statistics in Kazakhstan. We started our first program, the MD program, back in 2015 with 20 students, one program and 15 faculty. So we now have, if I'm now nearly 200 students, more than 40 faculties, most of them, well, part of them are international faculty from all over the world, from Australia, from Malaysia, from US, from Germany, UK, Italy, and so on. So, and we are actively recruiting faculty as we speak. We now have, in fact, we have now 4 programs, 5 programs in fact, because the initial program, the MENDI, which was established in 2015, then it was followed by the Master in Public Health, a professional program in nursing, and this year, in 2017, we've also started a Master in Molecular Medicine, and also what we call the completion program or accelerated bachelor degree in nursing science, very popular in Europe, in US, and this is really targeting practicing nurses working in our hospitals initially, but next year we were going to open up to any nurses from any other country or any other hospital, where we've done a recognition of prior experiential learning, which with equivalent of ECTS credit, and then they take 2-year classes with us. As I say, we have a very ambitious program. In 2018-19, we're going to start the residency program in the 4 core specialties, in internal medicine, general surgery, pediatrics, and obstetrics and gynecology. So these have been developed in collaboration with our strategic partner, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. So this is a very new, novel, new residency program for Kazakhstan, but it's really actually following the model of a competency-based residency program like in US, in Europe, and that we should be fully implemented in 2019. And we are already planning our PhD programs, public health and molecular medicine, different tracks, again based on this international model, not the PhD model that we have in Kazakhstan. So we're basically there will be 3 years or 4 years of full-time research training, with obviously with the award of a doctorate at the end. So we have our own hospital in Astana. They are part of the University Medical Center, which was established in November 2015. There are 4 hospitals. There are tertiary referral center. We have the National Research Center for Maternity and Child Health. So this is basically pediatrics and obstetrics and gynecology. Then we have the Republic Diagnostic Center, which is a hospital where we do all our outpatient services, outpatient clinics, medicine, general surgery, and specialist care. We have a very good children rehabilitation center, which is really at the forefront of quality of care in rehabilitation not only in Kazakhstan or in Central Asia, but also beyond. They've just published a paper in the Lancet showing some really innovative way of care in patients with cerebral palsy. And we've actually just acquired also our fourth hospital, which is the National Research Oncology and Transplantology, which is, in fact, is going through some transformation, and it will become a multi-specialty hospital for general medicine, general surgery. We have nearly more than 1,000 beds, and 3 of them are JCI accredited, so by the Joint Commission International. 2 of them re-accredited, the maternity and child health and the rehabilitation. And I think oncology and transplantology will go through the accreditation in the next few months, because it's a new hospital that we actually acquired. So we're very well set in terms of developing this medical center, but it's not easy, I can tell you, even within the structure and the resources that we have. So at the moment we are developing some service lines within the 4 hospitals to integrate the clinical services. And we've also developed what we call the professorial unit in these hospitals. So these are professorial units which are managed by obviously by the clinical faculty, from the university, the local clinician, and they work together delivering obviously teaching, education, and research. We have a research lab, as you know, the Center for Life Sciences, which is part of the National Laboratory Astana, with a number of research priorities, and we are really consolidating again this research priority. Is a big initiative, a national initiative on precision medicine, which we are discussing at the moment with the government, and we hope to obviously to clarify the funding and the plan very, very soon. We moved into a new building early this year, in January 2017. If you come to Astana, you're welcome to visit us. Just send me an email beforehand. Lots of people want to see this building. It was actually opened by the head of state, President Nazarbayev, at the end of January 2017. It's located in the close proximity of our medical clusters. And it's a 9-story building with 40,000 square meters, with state-of-the-art facilities. We have a large lecture theater, 300 seats. We have an anatomy suite with a digital virtual anatomy lab. Obviously classrooms, very flexible teaching space with movable walls. We can change the size of the room from 10, 5, if we do a PPL, to 100, 200 places. We have also a very large simulation center, which is a 4,000 square meters, where we also run all our OSCEs, all the examination, all the virtual patient, the standardized patient. We have a program of standardized patient that we've actually developed in collaboration with the University of School of Medicine, where we provide training to the SPs. The communication skills are all taught in English. In fact, sorry, what I didn't mention is the language of instruction of our university is English. So everything, all our programs are in English. The only exception is the nursing program, in which we provide some Russian and Kazakh translation. And also, but obviously for our students, there is an additional complexity and challenge, because they learn the communication skills in English, but then when they go to the hospital, they need to be able to communicate in Russian and Kazakh. So we do a transitional course, really, to help them with the glossary and also to improve and also their language skills. So in our simulation center, we've actually conducted this year nearly 1,000 student-simulated patient encounters. We have a number of courses that we run also for our own faculty, our own doctors in the UMC. And also we use the simulation center also for the nursing training. We run for nursing, as I mentioned to you, we have 2 programs. One which is a non-degree program, which is a 6-month professional development program part-time, which we're now going to also offer as a full-time over 6 weeks. And we're going to offer it also to nurses also coming from other hospitals as a part-time program. within the simulation center, we have high fidelity, mid fidelity, task trainers, equipment, and a really full range of facility and capability for simulation, for communication skills, and obviously we offered also some courses for healthcare professionals. We've actually been in contact with the American Heart Association. We've actually been designated as a provisional training center in Kazakhstan, and we're actually now going through the second stage of approval. And we also want to really develop, as I said, new technologies, and we have close collaboration with the other schools in Nazarbayev University. Again, this is the advantage of being part of a comprehensive university, a multi-faculty college university, because we can have obviously the input and the ideas for engineering, for biophysician, biochemists and molecular biologists, really to develop new devices and also to test new devices. And we've also standardized the delivery of the basic life support and advanced cardiac life support for our doctors in the UMC, pediatric life support, and again, these are courses that we also going to offer to other doctors in other healthcare system in Kazakhstan. So today, the medical center, obviously an academical center, has got different components. The education and training, which I mentioned to you now, the hospital and the doctors, and as I said, we are lucky obviously to own our own hospitals. So these are hospitals which are actually part of the university. The UMC is a corporate fund of the university. But we have obviously, autonomy. With autonomy comes also accountability, because we are accountable still to the Minister of Health for the quality of care that we provide, to the Minister of Science and Education for the quality of education that we provide, to the Minister of Finance because of the funding that we receive. But at least we have certainly autonomy in terms of how we run our businesses and our operations. And we have a lot of emphasis on entrepreneurship. We have what we call the ABC, the Astana's Business Campus, where we want to really trying to obviously again attract companies and trying to commercialize our discoveries. And that is obviously is a top priority for not only for the School of Medicine but for the universities. And now, in an integrated academic medical center, there is a real synergy between the different components. The healthcare system, the education, training, and the research. Because the investment in the healthcare system income of the healthcare system income can support research in university. This is really how medical school and medical center function all over the world, whether it's in US or whether it's in Europe or I'm sure it's in other countries. There is a lot of income coming from the health, for the clinical services, actually supporting the research in the university, because biomedical research and medical education is extremely expensive, and there is no tuition fee system or any government support alone from the education, which actually can support the operation of a medical school. The AMC improved reputation and visibility for clinical care, research, and university, because you provide high quality care, patient care, which obviously translates also in innovation and also in the actual reputation of the university. There is increased research productivity, technology transfer, and obviously grant support. And also the increased patient referral, improved quality, clinical quality, and really a success of the clinical enterprise. And as I always say, what is very important when you build an academic medical center, first of all, you need to build your clinical services first, not the other way around, because I think the clinical service is the base of the education program and the research. So you need to have a clinical service which is sustainable, financially sustainable, which is effective, and which actually provide high quality care. And only after that you can really build the integration of research and education. And what is very important in an academic medical center is research and education and training, which drive innovation in patient care to improve health outcomes. because I'm sure any hospital wants to provide high quality care, so like an academic medical center. But the difference in an academic medical center is that the improvement in patient care comes from the research and comes from the innovation and the So this is what I want to tell you. This is my email address and our website. So I'm very happy, obviously, to meet you in Astana if you're there, and to show you around our facilities. Thank you very much.